Alright, what's up guys? This is my review of Dark Souls 3. Now, I want to start off by saying, yes, I am very aware of the audio quality and how generally terrible it is. So I'll be working to fix that in the future, but for now, that's all I have. So yeah, this is my review of Dark Souls 3. I want to overall say that it is a very good game, definitely. But, alright, so I'm going to start out with the combat. The combat is overall very solid. Basically takes the best parts of Bloodborne and Dark Souls and combines them into one to make a overall very solid combat experience. It does add its own little twist with the weapon arts, which it adds a little bit of strategy because it's basically a more powerful attack, but you do have to take some of your magic bar to use it, and which requires the Ashen Estus Flask, which once again adds another layer of strategy. The combat is overall very enjoyable. Alright, next thing I'm going to talk about the graphics. The graphics, once again, overall very good. You can see the background with the mountains over there. It's overall it looks very good. The textures are overall very good. It carries over the design of the architecture from Bloodborne. Yeah, once again, overall very good. Now the areas in Dark Souls 3 are overall very well designed. This area that I'm in now is called the Archdragon Peak. It's a pretty late game area, so yeah, but it's overall very designed very well. That's the same can be said for most of the areas in the game. I can't really think of any exceptions actually. The areas are overall very well designed. And speaking of well designed, next we're going to talk about the boss battles. Now this boss that I'm battling now is called the King of the Storm. He's in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. This is my New Game Plus character. I'm actually wearing a suit of armor that you get after you beat him. So, yeah, I don't beat him on this one because he's particularly difficult New Game Plus. But he's pretty well designed, honestly. He's one of my favorite bosses in the game by far. There aren't really any bad bosses in the game at all, actually. They're all pretty well designed. The early game ones aren't particularly challenging, with a few exceptions, notably the Abyss Watchers. But as you can see, unlike the past Souls games, it actually gets more difficult towards the end of the game. This is basically the most difficult fight in the game, and it's also one of the latest fights in the game. This is a completely optional boss, though. Like, you don't actually have to kill it, but come on, you gotta kill all the bosses. Overall, the bosses are very well designed. There's a lot of variety. Like, this one actually has 2 stages, which you'll see in a bit. I kind of get wrecked with the second stage because, I mean, it's pretty exhausting fighting the first stage, particularly on your Estus Flasks. But overall, yeah, this is a very well designed boss. Same can be said of all of them. Now we're going to talk about the soundtrack. The soundtrack carries over the tradition from Bloodborne and the other Souls games of being very good. Like they pretty much nailed it with the soundtrack, honestly. Like, in my opinion, the composer for the Souls series is honestly one of the most underrated in oh, there's a cat there. Yeah, he's one of the most underrated musicians out there, really. Like, it is honestly a crime Bloodborne did not win Best Soundtrack, but once again, they nailed it again with Dark Souls 3, and yeah. Now for my final score of the game, I'm gonna have to give it a 9.9 out of 10, because I refuse to give perfect scores to any game, because no game is perfect, this game included. Namely because the one flaw that I have with it is its relatively short length for skilled players. Yeah, it only took me a few days to beat. For somebody at a lower skill level, it could take them upwards of a week, maybe even more. Like, it's a very, very good game. I basically have no complaints about it other than that. I think in most ways it's an improvement over its predecessors, and that's why I honestly think it's definitely the best Dark Souls game, possibly even the best Souls game. I would absolutely recommend it. So once again, a 9.9 out of 10. Nearly perfect, but once again, no game is perfect in my opinion. And yeah, so Dark Souls 3 definitely recommended. Now, some of you might be wondering why I uploaded this. It definitely seems to be out of the blue, because well, I've kind of been planning on it for a while, but I wasn't really sure what to do a video on. And after playing this game, I had to get some praise out there for this game, even though other people have definitely been doing it. And I would like to start making other content in the future, so if you would please leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on this, and if you would like to see more content similar to this in the future. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and support, and that'd be much appreciated. Thank you.